Today we're going to be breaking down the MTG economy and in particular how it relates to leagues. So first, what is the currency on MTGO? The currency used on MTGO is event tickets, or ticks as you will often see in the program. Ticks can be used to enter events or be used to trade with others. Ticks are 1-to-1 equal to the US dollar, meaning if an event costs 10 ticks to enter, then it costs $10 to enter. There are 3 different types of leagues on MTGO: regular, friendly, and gold. The regular league costs 10 ticks and is meant for the average MTG player. The prize out is as follows: 0-5 and 1-4 give nothing, 2-3 gives you 50 play points, 3-2 gives you 100 play points and 1 treasure chest, 4-1 gives you 120 play points and 5 treasure chests, and if you go undefeated, 5-0, you get 150 play points and 11 treasure chests. Now wait! What is with these prizes? These aren't ticks, where are my ticks? Very observant, my space cadet. Play points can also be used to enter into leagues and are valued at 0.1 ticks, so if a league costs 10 ticks to enter, then you could also enter using 100 play points. Note these cannot be used together, so if a league costed 10 ticks, you cannot pay 5 ticks and 50 play points, it is either one or the other. Treasure chests are kind of like random packs in MTGO where you can pull cards, play points, and ticks. The exact odds of which you pull seem to change with regularity. Now, knowing all of that, let's look at the other league types, starting with the friendly league. This league costs 10 ticks, or 60 play points to enter, and is meant for the more casual player. The prize out is as follows: 0-5 and 1-4 give nothing, 2-3 gives you 30 play points, 3-2 gives you 50 play points and 1 treasure chest, 4-1 gives you 60 play points and 2 treasure chests, and 5-0 gives you 120 play points and 3 treasure chests. Costs less to enter, but the prizes are worth less. Makes sense. Finally, let's look at the Gold League. The Gold League costs 20 ticks or 200 play points and is geared toward more competitive players. The prize out is as follows: 0-5, 1-4, and 2-3 gives you nothing, 3-2 gives you 240 play points and 2 treasure chests, 4-1 gives you 320 play points and 6 treasure chests, 5-0 gives you 400 play points and 12 treasure chests. So, costs more to enter, but the prizes are better, and again, makes sense. While each of these may appear pretty similar, when we place them side by side, we notice some disparities. Glaringly, you'll notice that the Gold Leagues do not give you any prizes for going 2-3. You have to have a positive win rate to prize out in the Gold Leagues. So the big question, which of these leagues have the best prizes? If your goal is to maximize profits and win the most, which league should you enter? Well, let's break it down. Let's say that you always sell your treasure chests rather than open them. At this time, the treasure chests sell for about 1.7 ticks each and will treat the play points as if they were ticks instead. So that makes the prizes and ticks for each of the leagues as follows. So for the regular league, 5-0 is 33.7 ticks, 4-1 is 20.5 ticks, 3-2 is 11.7 ticks, and 2-3 is 5 ticks. For the friendly league, 5-0 is 17.1 ticks, 4-1 is 9.4 ticks, 3.2 is 6.7 ticks, and 2-3 is 3 ticks. And then for the Gold League, 5-0 is 60.4 ticks, 4-1 is 42.2 ticks, and 3-2 is 27.4 ticks. This mostly looks proportionate to their entry costs. Now, this is where things are going to get a little more complicated. The odds of going 5-0 are much lower than the odds of going 3-2, but what exactly are the odds? So here's some boring math calculating each of these out. I'll do my best to explain the math here. For each of these, we'll assume your odds of winning are 50%. The odds of going 5-0 is your odds of winning to the 5th power, so for a 50% win rate, the odds of going 5-0 is 3.125%. The odds of going 4-1 is a little more awkward because that loss could happen in rounds 1, 2, 3, or 5. So we take the odds of winning to the 4th power and multiply it by the odds of losing, or 1 minus the odds of winning, then multiply it all by 5. So for a 50% win rate, the odds of going 4-1 is 15.625%, or 5 in 32 chances. The odds of going 3-2 are just as complicated. We take the odds of winning and put it to the 3rd power, then multiply it by the odds of losing them, then multiplying it all by 5. So a 50% win rate means the odds of going 3-2 is 31.25%, or 10 in 32 chance. From here, we can calculate using the inverse, so going 2-3 is equal to the odds of winning squared, multiplied by the odds of losing cubed and all multiplied by 10. The odds of going 1-4 is calculated by multiplying the odds of losing to the 4th power, then all multiplied by 5. Then the odds of going 0-5 is calculated by taking the odds of losing to the 5th power. Now we can multiply the prizes from each league by our odds of winning them, which will then give us all the values that we see on the screen here. Finally, we can add all these values together and then subtract the costs of the entry from the league to give us our average expected value, or EV, out of the league. So if the odds of winning are 50% and treasure chests are worth their current value of 1.7 ticks, then you can expect to lose about half of a tick on regular leagues, lose about 1 ticks on the friendly league, and lose a whopping 3 ticks for the gold leagues. This makes sense. This is how Wizards calculates their profit margins off of each of these leagues. Of course, you're not expected to profit as an average player with an average win rate. But now we can ask, what win rate do we need to profit? Well, we can calculate this by setting one side of the equation to 0 and trying to find the value of W. So let's take this long formula, rearrange it, and then rounding to the nearest whole number, you can start to profit off regular leagues with a win rate of 52%, which isn't too bad. For friendly leagues, this number is 55%. And finally, for the gold leagues, you need a win rate of 54%. From here, the higher your win rate, the better it is to participate in gold leagues. The inverse is also true, so if you're newer to MTG or testing decks and expecting a low win rate when learning the deck, then you would lose the least on average by participating in friendly leagues. So now, based on your win rate, we can calculate which league you should be participating in. So for win rates of 47% or less, then you should participate in friendly leagues. For win rates between 48 and 54%, you should be playing regular leagues, and if you have a win rate of 55% or higher, then you should be playing gold leagues. This does not account for how competitive the players within each of these leagues are, and from personal anecdotal evidence, the metas do get a bit more competitive as you go to the more expensive leagues. But without a way to give it an objective number, I'll leave that to your discretion. Well, there you have it. Which league you should participate in depends on your win record. If you stuck around this long in the video, consider leaving a like and subscribing, and if you have any other ideas for videos like these that you'd like to see in the future, then post them down in the comments below. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.